What's going on, everyone? Today we're starting a brand new video. Yeah, we are. The camera's definitely on with the microphone. All right, so today we're going to talk about news articles, and the news articles mainly being about crackdown on illegal workers. Since these news stations have been putting these stories out, and a lot of them never really give you the full story, or they give you what they think is the story because it sounds best. But really and truthfully, behind the whole situation, especially with, I'm going to say it, Deliveroo, there's people you can go to in Birmingham, and for example, being if you're like a common rider out here working, they know you're an illegal. In other words, they're going to charge you £400 for the account if you want to buy it, right? And a lot of you are going to be like, wait, what do you mean buy it? Yeah, I said buy it. So you can buy an account for as simple as £100, then go run it out. It's your choice then. So you then either take it for £100, take as many as you want, and then flip that. Now, you can up the price to £400, and that's the going price in Birmingham for an account to be sold at. But if you know who to speak to, i.e. someone that works inside of Deliveroo, not in England obviously, I think from over the years of talking to people, information that I was given was the guys in Italy who'll charge you £100 for an account, and then you can go and rent it out, sell it to someone else. And the thing is, these people that are talking to me, I know them from way back when, so I wouldn't really want to film them having this conversation, etc. like that. But I guarantee you, if you work in the gig economy, you would know this is happening. If you wanted to rent an account, these lot will charge you anything from £200 a month, depending on where you are. So in Birmingham, it's £50 a week. Say in London, will probably be like 75, 100. It goes up and it varies in time seasons as well. So right now is our quiet season because the students are on holiday, parents are at home with their kids, and you know, it's not busy right now. So also in my next episode, that's what we're going to discuss: busy hours, when you want to work, when you want to be out, because a lot of the restaurants have been giving me this information on when they're busy and etc. like that. So look out for that episode. But yeah, and then I keep going onto TikTok and I'm seeing these videos of these news stations, and they're all sitting there at their little table and they're discussing it like they understand what's going on, but they don't. And then you guys are all sitting there and making everybody else in the country think that there isn't people that are British that work here, that haven't been out here working for a long time, that's not on illegal, that works underneath their own name. And there's many of us, because the actual numbers, when it's illegals, it's what, 42, and then there's more people working under their own name. So, you know, work it out, do the numbers properly before you lot sit there and make everyone think that we're all in that same boat when we're not. Because now, as I ride around, last week 2-3 times I've got English people approaching me, and by English people I mean white English people, and they're basically, the first guy was pushing him off the bike because instantly he's assuming I'm an illegal. He's pointing out illegal bike. That's his intention towards it, right? And that's what your stories are making happen. And then I'm coming down by the ball, blah 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 blah. I'm being polite to this lady, and she's saying he's an illegal. He doesn't matter anyway. You don't have to move out of his way. What do you mean I'm an illegal? How do you know who I am? Are you okay? That's one hell of a Karen right there for you. So them stories is making it worse for the British people that work out here. Now that people see an e-bike, they assume that it's an illegal e-bike instantly when it's not. So I think you guys need to be more specific on how you pick the story out and the information that you provide to the public, because you're definitely portraying all of us wrong, and it's not right. It's really not right. And that's why I always say it. Every driver is responsible for every other driver. And you might not think that, but for example, being now, if I go into a restaurant and I start a fight in the restaurant and someone gets hurt, we're all going to be put into that same category with the staff in that restaurant, because as far as they care, you're all in the same circle. Do you understand? That's how you have to treat people with respect. How you want to be treated is how you should treat them. It's that simple. But yeah, on that note, this is today's video. Sorry for the but I'm not gonna lie, man, these news stations are a joke, man. That's the only vibe you're putting out there. It's all for the title. The title and the click. The title and the click. That's it. It's clickbait. I've had enough of it. And before I do go, do you know what the worst thing is? If somebody was inside a Deliveroo doing all these dodgy little bits and bobs and they sold the company off beforehand, right? then that's a big issue. Because if the company does go bankrupt, because it's worth what, 1.2 billion, and someone said they're at 2.4, whatever it is now for their fine for the illegal workers at £60,000 per person. But this is the other issue, right? It's like, if that person knew this was coming beforehand, where does that leave them? Because A, the company wouldn't have been sold, they'd have to return the money back. Think about it. Because DoorDash is the one that's going to be in the issue now. I thought that was bird duty, but it weren't. Okay, on that note, yeah, I think you guys get what I'm saying. Peace. You know the vibes.